Think your indoor cat is safe just because it never goes outside? That assumption could be the very thing slowly wrecking its body and mind, and scientists are now loudly warning cat owners about it. Indoor cats do live longer on average than outdoor cats, but there is one huge mistake millions of loving owners are making with their indoor cats every single day, and it can lead to stress, obesity, anxiety, even a shorter life. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what that mistake is, why it is so dangerous, and the simple changes you can make today to keep your indoor cat happier, healthier, and living longer. First, let's clear up one thing. Keeping your cat indoors is not the problem. In fact, veterinarians and wildlife biologists agree that free-roaming outdoor cats are more likely to be hit by cars, attacked by dogs, poisoned or infected with diseases, and they also kill shocking amounts of wildlife. Indoor life can actually be far safer, but only if we remember one crucial truth. Your lazy indoor fluffball is still a predator evolved to stalk, chase, and hunt. The biggest mistake indoor cat owners make is treating a highly intelligent, athletic hunter like a piece of living furniture, feeding it, cleaning the litter box, and then expecting it to be happy just existing between four walls. Imagine living your entire life inside one apartment with no internet, no books, no games, and no one talking to you in your language. You get food twice a day, a bathroom, a bed, and that is it. At first, you might sleep a lot out of boredom, but eventually, your brain starts looking for something, anything to do. That is what chronic understimulation feels like for many indoor cats. Studies on feline environmental enrichment show that when indoor cats have too little to do, they are more likely to develop stress-linked behaviors like aggression, over-grooming, attention-seeking, or even overeating. Scientists have found that cats without enrichment are more prone to anxiety, obesity, and compulsive behaviors, and those conditions are directly linked to shorter lifespans. Here is where the never do this comes in. Never confine an indoor cat to a safe, clean, but boring life, and assume that is enough. Food, water, and a litter box keep a cat alive. They do not guarantee that it thrives. When an indoor cat spends years with nothing to climb, nothing to stalk, nothing to scratch except the couch it gets yelled at for touching, and no real chance to express its natural behaviors, its stress goes up and its quality of life goes down. To a lot of owners, this looks like, my cat is just weird, meowing at night, attacking ankles, knocking things off shelves, chewing on plants, overeating, or randomly peeing outside the litter box. But to behaviorists, these are often classic signs of a frustrated, understimulated indoor predator trapped in a human idea of safety. Think about three very different cats that all share the same hidden problem. One spends all night racing up and down the hallway, yowling at doors and knocking things over, so the family calls him crazy and films him for jokes. Another lies around all day, barely moves except to eat and use the litter box, and everyone laughs that she's just lazy and such a chill cat. The third is sweet most of the time, but suddenly ambushes ankles when people walk by, biting and kicking like a tiny lion before sprinting away. On the surface, they look completely different, but behaviorists see the same pattern underneath, a brain built for action, stuck in an environment that almost never gives it a healthy outlet. The nighttime screamer is desperately trying to burn off energy at the only time the house is quiet. The lazy one may actually be checked out and mildly depressed, sleeping not from peace, but from lack of anything better to do. The ankle attacker has turned hallway ambushes into their version of hunting practice because nobody is offering a better target. The tragedy is that most owners take these as personality flaws instead of warning signs from a bored, under-challenged mind. The good news is that the very behaviors that annoy you most right now are often the ones that disappear first once you start changing how that indoor life feels. So what does a cat's natural life actually look like? In the wild, a cat spends a huge chunk of its awake time doing one thing: hunting. That does not just mean pouncing, it means stalking, listening, sneaking, chasing, missing, trying again, and finally catching. Even well-fed farm cats will still hunt because the behavior itself is rewarding. Now compare that to a typical indoor cat routine. Food appears magically in a bowl, at the same time in the same place every single day. There is no puzzle, no chase, no challenge, no sense of achievement. From a scientist's perspective, this is like switching off an entire chunk of the brain that evolved for problem solving and movement. That is why one of the worst things you can do is rely entirely on free feeding from a bottomless bowl. When dry food is always available, many cats end up eating out of boredom, not hunger, leading to obesity, one of the biggest health risks for indoor cats. Overweight cats face higher risks of diabetes, joint disease, heart problems, and reduced lifespan. Veterinarians and behavior experts strongly recommend switching to scheduled meals and turning feeding time into a mini hunt, using puzzle feeders, food balls, or hiding small portions in different parts of the room so the cat has to explore and work to find food. Suddenly, eating becomes mental and physical exercise, not just a mindless habit. Now imagine two versions of your cat's day. In the first, there is a big, always full bowl. Wake up, crunch a few bites, stare out the window, nap. Get bored, snack again. No real hunger, no hunt, just graze, sleep, graze. It looks chill, but it's a fast track to extra weight and a switched off brain. In the second, breakfast comes in a puzzle feeder they have to bat around to earn each piece. Later, a couple of tiny piles are hidden around the room, so your cat has to sniff and search to find lunch. In the evening, you play a quick stalk and chase game with a wand toy, and only then do they get dinner. Same food, completely different life. Now eating means moving, thinking, hunting. To switch without freaking your cat out, do it in steps. Week 1, stop overfilling the bowl and notice when they actually eat. Week 2, move to a few clear meal times instead of non-stop nibbling. Week 3, turn one of those meals into a puzzle or mini treasure hunt. That is when a lazy cat suddenly looks years younger. Because you didn't change the cat, you finally changed the game. But mental hunger is not the only issue. For many indoor cats, the home itself is full of hidden dangers their owners never considered. Common houseplants like lilies are extremely toxic and can cause kidney failure even in small amounts, and other plants can cause vomiting and loss of coordination. Indoor cats, especially bored ones, may chew on leaves out of curiosity or stress, turning a harmless decorative plant into a life-threatening hazard. Scientists and vets repeatedly warn, never assume a plant is safe just because it is sold at a store. Indoor cat owners should check every plant in their home against a feline safe list and remove any toxic ones completely. Another mistake many indoor cat owners make is believing they never go outside, so they do not need vaccines or parasite control. That sounds logical at first, but it ignores one big variable. You go outside. You walk through parks, streets, elevators, and yards, then bring back microscopic hitchhikers on your shoes and clothes. Viruses, bacteria, and parasite eggs can easily make their way indoors this way, especially if other animals live in or visit the building. Even cats who never step a paw outside can still benefit from core vaccines and regular health checks, because prevention is far cheaper and safer than treatment. Then there is the window trap. Many owners think leaving a window cracked open is a harmless way to give their indoor cat fresh air. But open or unscreened windows are a huge risk. Cats can fall from balconies and upper floors, a problem vets even have a name for, high-rise syndrome. Others squeeze through small gaps and end up lost in a strange environment with no outdoor survival skills. The warning here is simple. Never leave windows open without secure screens or other safety measures. Indoor cats are often more curious than cautious. They may chase a bird or bug right out of the window before they even realize what they are doing. Noise and punishment are another invisible danger. Cats hear and process sound differently from humans, and constant loud music, shouting, slamming doors, or harsh scolding can create a low-level stress environment that never really switches off. Some owners yell, "spray water," or physically punish their cats for scratching, biting, or acting out, not realizing this can damage the relationship and increase anxiety. Declawing is another serious issue. It is essentially amputating part of each toe, which can cause chronic pain, behavior changes, and even litter box avoidance. The science is clear. Punishment and painful procedures may suppress behaviors on the surface, but underneath, they often make the cat more fearful, insecure, and stressed. So what should you be doing instead of just keeping them inside and hoping for the best? Researchers and feline experts talk a lot about environmental enrichment, in simple terms, making the indoor world more like a cat's natural environment in ways that are safe and controllable. That starts with vertical space. Cats feel safer and more in control when they can climb, observe, and retreat to higher ground. Cat trees, shelves, window perches, and sturdy furniture they are allowed to climb all give them territory in the air. This reduces stress, especially in multi-cat homes, because cats can avoid direct conflict by claiming different levels instead of fighting over floor space. Next is play. Real, interactive, predatory play. Laser pointers, feather wands, and moving toys mimic prey and activate those hunting circuits in the brain. Many experts recommend several short play sessions a day where the cat can stalk, chase, pounce, and then catch something. The catch part is important. Always end with a toy or treat they can actually grab so the hunt feels complete. Regular play not only burns calories, but also reduces stress, improves sleep, and cuts down on unwanted behaviors like nighttime zoomies or random attacks on your feed. Scent and territory also matter. A cat's world is built on smell. New scents, safe hiding spots, and predictable routines make them feel secure. Constantly moving their litter box, changing all their bedding scents at once, or rearranging the home without giving them time to adjust can create anxiety. Instead, give cats quiet core zones that rarely change. A safe bed, stable hiding spots, and a litter area that stays in one calm, low-traffic location. If you bring in new furniture, guests, or animals, providing elevated retreats and hiding spaces helps the cat cope without feeling trapped. One powerful idea many behaviorists support is bringing the outdoors in without the danger. This can mean safe window perches where cats can watch birds through glass, cat-safe plants or cat grass to sniff and nibble, or even scent swapping. For example, bringing in a branch from outside for them to explore under supervision. Some owners install catios or secure outdoor enclosures that let cats feel wind, sun, and outdoor smells without the risks of free roaming. All of these give that indoor brain the stimulation it was wired for in ways that match what we know about feline needs. The bottom line from the research is simple and a little uncomfortable. A lot of indoor cats are physically safe but psychologically starving. They live longer than outdoor cats statistically, but too many of those years are spent bored, overweight, anxious, or misunderstood. The one thing you must never do as an indoor cat owner is reduce your cat's life to food, water, and four walls, and call that love. True love for an indoor cat means protecting them from cars, predators, and toxins, while also giving them what their brain and body evolved to crave: movement, challenge, choice, and control. So if you are watching this with your cat curled up next to you, here is the real question. Are they peacefully content or quietly bored? Starting today, you can change their life with a few small decisions. Swap the endless free-feeding bowl for puzzle feeders and scheduled meals, add one new climbing or hiding spot, plan 2 10-minute play hunts a day, check your plants and windows for hidden dangers, and talk to your vet about vaccines, weight, and mental stimulation, even if your cat never goes outside. If this made you see indoor cat life in a new way, do not just click away and forget it. Your cat cannot ask you for enrichment, safer windows, or better play. You are the only one who can change their environment. Share this video with another cat owner who thinks indoor means safe by default. Hit like if you want more science-backed cat content that actually helps your feline life better, and subscribe so you never miss the next episode. Because the next thing you learn might be the one that saves your cat from a lifetime of silent stress.